Well, even though it's not quite time to set all of our flowers out yet, we can do a lot of sprucing up here in the herb bed. Well, first off, our oregano is growing really nicely, and all we need to do to it is just cut off some of this dead foliage that you see, all of these stems. And right now is a great time to shape this up. If it's getting too big and it's starting to take over the herb bed, you can just cut off some of these runners and just dig that up, put it in a pot. You can either put it in some other location or give them away to your friends, and they can have some oregano for their garden. Well, our chives look really nice right now, and they don't need much attention except just to remove some of the dead foliage around the base of the chives. And when you cut chives to use, just take a cutting about 1 inch from the base of the plant, and that way the new chives will grow up from the base. And you're actually leaving some of the leaves to feed the roots. So don't cut all your chives off at once, but just take as much as you need to cook with that evening. Now with our sage, it looks nice. We just need to cut out some of the dead here from the winter and cut back some of these that are getting kind of leggy so that they'll bush out for us and this plant will be more compact. Now our French tarragon looks nice. It made it through the winter really well, and all we need to do is cut out the old growth that we have here. And this is ready to use. Now you'll notice some of our garlic chives have escaped, and now's a great time to move those to another location. If you don't want them growing right there, that's pretty close, so we could dig those up and move them to another spot. Now here we've got just some regular sage, and again, it's growing really nicely, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a haircut just to make the plant more compact. And everything that I'm cutting off, I can actually tie that in a bundle, dry it, and use it to cook with. Now the sorrel is looking great right now, and now is the best time to use sorrel in your cooking before the weather gets hot, because sorrel tends to get a little bit bitter when the weather is hot. And to use this, just clip the leaves at the base, and you can use this leaf either in soups or you can use it in salads to kind of spice it up a little bit. And this has kind of a lemony flavor to it. Now remember last fall we planted our saffron crocus, and now we've got all this foliage. Don't cut this foliage off, but leave it, and it's going to feed the little bulbs here. And then this foliage is actually going to die out in midsummer, and then it'll come back this fall and we'll have some nice blooms. So just leave that alone. Now over here on our thyme, we've got a lot of dead here, and all we need to do to get this ready is to cut this off, because you'll notice underneath we've got a lot of nice green growth. So we just need to cut all this dead off, and we'll be ready to go with a new flush of growth on our thyme. So that's about all you need to do to get your herb garden ready, so that you'll have a lot of great herbs to harvest, so that you can flavor all those vegetables that you're growing this summer.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.